response. In this segment, I'm joined by two heavy hitters. Mr. Seymour, who is no stranger to immediate response, and he's brought Marvin Major, the senior branch manager from Foods Caribbean, with him. And we'll be discussing the Bahamas Real Estate Exchange Expo Pavilion presented by Doctors Hospital. So I'll start with you first. Welcome back, Brother Seymour.
It's so good to be here.
You're always doing big things, man.
This is home. That's how we do it.
Yeah, you
come big or not at all.
Now, for a moment when I saw this flyer, and with the Honorable Leslie Miller Bryce leaving the studio and you coming in, I just thought this was another political party.
Oh, listen, we're greater than a political party.
Okay.
Indeed, I'll vote for all of these persons on this because these are change agents.
Yes.
That are going to be at this. The reality is that we, as Bahamians, sit back and we rely too much on the government.
Right. Oh, yes.
We want to be the catapult of change. I want to
Right.
let Bahamians know that they're going to be the change agents.
Right.
You're looking for this one and that one. Listen, I'm not of any political persuasion. I am Bahamian.
Yes, sir.
And we are in position to make changes. So we have persons who are coming to this, lawyers, real estate agents.
Man,
we
this
have,
is an impressive lineup.
The government is involved in this because everybody who's involved in the exchange of real estate need to come together. And this is what this platform is all about, the Bahamas Real Estate Exchange. There are two aspects. There's the expo that is sponsored by banner sponsor, which is Doctors Hospital.
Yes.
Of course, H.C. Christie, which is the leading real estate company in the Bahamas, the oldest one here in the Bahamas since 1922, is the lead sponsor, of course, for the conference when we're talking about the modules.
Right.
I'm calling it modules because we've been approached by a university. We're going to reveal that later.
Awesome.
But we've been approached by a university basically giving credit to this program, given the caliber of persons we've put together.
Yes.
They've approached us and said, why don't we partner with you and make this even accredited to give persons who are in, say, in the banking field or anywhere in the real estate industry credits or professional development credits.
Good stuff.
But I'm not at liberty to disclose all of that right now.
Okay.
But we'll get more at the conference.
Okay. Let's look at some of the presenters, and the panelists. Can we do that for a moment, then we'll go to Brother Midge?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I see Madeline Archer.
Yes, she's from Sotheby's. So even though it's H.C. Christie
You invited other...
Yes, because, in reality is you co-broke. And so we're not, I've co-broke with Madeline and Sotheby's and all of the other real estate companies. So everybody's invited. It's really about buyers and sellers.
Yes.
And we need to put aside, it's like a political campaign.
Right.
But once the political thing is over, we now to get to the root of the issue, which is dealing with buyers and sellers.
Yes.
Or dealing with Bahamians. Okay?
Right.
So we're beyond that now. We're beyond any particular brand. We're beyond that. So here's Madeline. Here's but we do have a
Dwight Burrows.
Dwight Burrows from RBC. He'll be there speaking.
Yeah, Dwight.
He'll be speaking.
It's a Long Island man.
That's right. Right. He's presenting to buyers on the pathway to home ownership.
Oh, that's very important.
We also have the president of the Contractors Association, Mr. Leonard Sands. He's been on here a few times.
Yes, I know
He
Leonard,
will be presenting. Also, we have from the Prime Minister's office, Ms. Felicia Woods.
Oh, she's sharp.
Yeah, our
she's
representative there from the Bahamas Investment Authority. Why that is important because there you have they set the platform not just for Bahamians but also for foreigners who want to come in. So you want to set and let people know what are the requirements. You just can't come to the Bahamas and do any and everything.
Right. No, that's
there
important.
is a process that you have to go through.
Yes.
We are organized country and we are moving forward. And so there are certain things that need to be done. And also talking about how Bahamians can be a part and access this capital and build our nation.
Good stuff, sir.
The focus of this is not just New Providence.
Right.
We're going to have every island flag represented there.
Awesome,
I'm talking about Ragged Island. I'm talking about Acklands. I'm talking about Meguan. I'm talking about Andres. I'm talking about Grand Bahama.
Wow.
Okay, all of the islands. Eleuthera, you call it your island. That's what I'm talking about.
Rocksound.
I want everybody online to text their island because you're going to be represented there. You need to come and represent your country. You need to come and speak for your country.
This is good.
Listen here. What is going to happen? We're going to have a panel discussion about this new land registration and this land reform that is being set in place. We've been talking about it since the UBP.
Yes.
Since the UBP. They put it on, and then successive governments put it on the table.
So we're on our way now with that finally then.
Let me tell you what's happening.
Yes.
Last year, we had the passing of the two acts. When we're going to be talking about those at the on the conference, we're going to have persons like the respected Alistair Chisner from Graham Thompson. You know, Graham Thompson is the oldest law firm in the Bahamas, and they're going to be there. Then we have Mr. Lionel Haven. He's with CompuTitle. He's a veteran banker as well, but he's now the head of this research company. Listen to these companies now. You're going to have Donald Thompson, who everybody knows. Donald
from the Valley.
Donald is a surveyor. He's a surveyor, and he's going to be there. Then we have this person, Petrocelli Edwards. Can anyone tell me who he is?
I know that name.
He made history. He's the first land registrar in the Bahamas.
Wow.
For all the years the Bahamas
we never had one.
We never had one. He was just appointed. He was just appointed, making history. He's going to be on this panel. You need to be there. Why? Because you need to know how the country's going to move forward. Bahamas is moving now into an advanced stage in terms of registered title. Before, we have countries like the United States and Great Britain, even Cayman Islands, who have moved into registered title. How does that work?
That's right.
How does that work? Just like if you have a car, you have a title deed. Okay, you're now going to have a title deed for your property. Why is that important? Nowadays, in order for you to do any property transaction, you have to go to the lawyers, they do a search. It's required by law that they go back at least, I think it's 30 years. 30 years. The banks would tell you because you need to have a proper root of title. And it's important for the bankers as well.
Of course.
Because they need to know that.
This is good stuff.
Right?
This is good.
You need that. Now, you notice that the panel we put together had a surveyor because that's going to be required.
Right.
In the Bahamas, we have encroachment issues. Okay? In order for you to have proper title, you're going to have, even the banks tell you now, now today, the banks require that you get a surveyor just to make sure that they don't have any encroachment issues, no legal issues.
Right.
Also, you're going to have to, we have a search guy because we don't want Mary saying she owned Tommy property.
That comes up.
So you need to do all that. So all of that, we're talking about land adjudication. That's land adjudication. All that is going to become necessary before we get to this registered title.
Okay.
But that's where we're moving to Bahamas. Why? Because we don't want, if people wonder, why does it take so long to sell property in the Bahamas? Well, that's one of the issues.
One of the issues, yes.
Okay, because we don't have a registered title in the Bahamas as yet. But we're moving towards that to try and advance the cause. Now, there may be some objections to it. Lawyers may complain about it, etc. But guess what? Guess what? We're still going to need the lawyers. Remember when we were moving to computers? People were saying, they can take all our jobs. No, you're still here.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's
listen,
right.
As things evolve, you're going to need more. We just need to evolve and transition. And people are afraid of change. We're having this platform to help people listen. This is what's coming. Let's prepare. Let's prepare ourselves so that we'll be ready. Okay?
Let's see what role. Let's hear from. Thank you, Brother Seymour. He's always got that passion, Mr. Major.
Definitely.
Yeah, let's hear the role that you play in coming up.
Well, I want to announce him. He is going to be their co-sponsor. As I told you, the Doctors Hospital is the lead sponsor, the banner sponsor for the expo. CIBC has come on, and I want you to know this relationship with CIBC is not new. They were there in our first conference in 2024, the inaugural. We had persons like Quinn Davis, who's in Freeport.
Yes.
Maybe we'll make the conference go to Freeport another time. But here's Mr. The CIBC at Shirley Street. We have a good relationship with them, done many deals with them, and Shirley Street branch. They have a good team there, and they help. I can tell you, I personally have loans with CIBC. They were one of the first ones who really pushed for the 5% down, when that's a challenge. Now, it's now because of their fortitude, they basically had something called indemnity insurance to cover that. But now the central bank has now basically entrenched that in a policy. Of course, there are certain things, they want to make sure if that they allowed 5%, but if you're not a responsible person, etc., if your credit is not good, come up a little higher. But the reality is that CIBC was one of those persons who set the trend, and they were there, like I said, with us from the first conference. They're coming back again, better and stronger, as a co-sponsor of this great expo. And I want you to know, because of them and Doctors Hospital, the expo is free. So you can come to this expo free of charge. Come get pre-qualified. You could come find your land.
Yes.
We even inviting the Chinese now. The Chinese out there You can even build some other things.
Okay.
That's been authorized by the government.
Yes.
You can come and see what's happening. I even have some people who are selling candles from Ragged Island who are going to be at this expo. Anything with house, anything with home.
Yes.
You want to be at here. You see the list of persons. But I'm going to let Mr. Marvin tell you about some of the things.
I just got a text and a question for both of you. Well, it'll be more Marvin, I guess, in this case now. You mentioned the 5%. People are listening, eh?
5% down.
5% down.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we're happy to be a co-sponsor of this event.
Yes.
It's actually the expo where we bring the buyers and the sellers together.
Okay.
And there are a few forums that we can have in this country where on one day you can walk into a safe environment and be able to engage your bankers.
Good stuff.
And he would have spoken about CIBC. Well, we have the best mortgage product on the market.
Yes, sir.
And so we've been in a position to share the information. And this kind of event today is to educate our Bahamian people, to highlight the importance of home ownership.
That's very important.
And if it's not a home that you own, obviously we can guide you in terms of land ownership.
Okay. Now, I had a question just now, a text. This person is asking, they're interested in home ownership, but they're not able to get life insurance. But
listen here. You need to come to this expo.
Life insurance.
You say you're not qualified, but I got a plan for you. Doctors Hospital has a plan. They have the LAM program. Listen, this is the president, the manager of finance, and also in charge of the LAM program is Mr. Carlisle Bethel. Okay. Of course, Doctors Hospital is headed now by their CEO, Mr. Dennis DeVoe.
Yes.
My good friend.
Yes.
And the two words he gave me for the people today.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Accessibility and affordability. Wow. And so that's where Doctors Hospital come in. Yes, the insurance rates are going up, but guess what? We will have an insurance person there in person of Yvonne Gibson Sands.
Yeah.
And Kalina will also be there. My niece, who is in Kalina now, Miss Seymour, Denevia Seymour, I forgot her last name.
Okay, yes.
But we have the insurance, so you need to come at the expo free of charge and come see what you can do. Now, even though they say you're not qualified,
they can't qualify for life insurance because of health issues.
You can go to Doctors Hospital right now and pay even $99 for a plan. So if something happens to you, you have emergency care. Okay, and you have different kind of care. There are different plans they have there. Even if you have insurance, I have the plan which has insurance, and you pay a supplement for that.
Okay.
Then they have another plan, all kinds of plans, but they will be there on site. We can't go into all that today.
No,
limited time.
Yes.
But Doctors Hospital will be there, and plus they will be there doing your pressure and your glucose testing.
All your vitals.
This is a holistic conference.
Yes.
Okay, because what's the point of having development, which is our focus, without you and you gone?
Yeah.
We need you to be here to experience the development.
That's
so
right.
Doctor's going to be at the entrance. As soon as you enter, you go to Doctor's Hospital. They're going to set you up. Then you come into the pavilion, okay, and you meet Marvin and Doris. Marvin's going to tell you how to get pre-qualified. Because no use you coming to me unless you're pre-qualified.
Right.
People get offended when I ask them for pre-qualification. Some even hang up the phone. What? Listen here.
But it makes sense, Mr. Seymour.
I love this analogy. This analogy. It's like coming to a doctor.
Yeah.
You need to understand. The doctor need to understand the penis in the knee.
Right.
The penis in the head. Do you have a head problem? Do I need to send you to a neurologist? Do I need to send you to the foot specialist? Is there a diabetic problem?
Right.
So when you come to me, I ask you, first thing I ask you, have you been pre-qualified? It's not to be intrusive, not to be offensive. Mm-hmm. What do you think? You think I just want to tend my business? I'm trying to help you.
Yes.
I'm trying to help you. So that I'm sending you to Marvin, who is the specialist in that area.
Okay.
Marvin pre-qualifies you, lets you know, and there's no harm in going to him. He will let you know if you're pre-qualified for, or if you're not pre-qualified, and this is what you need to do. In order to be pre-qualified, you have these kind of loans, so now you need to get rid of it because the credit bureau, who was there last time, are going to be looking at these things.
Yes.
We're trying to help you. Okay, if you need insurance, the insurance people will be there because the banks now require insurance for certain things.
Definitely.
Okay, if you need health, if you need health care, emergency is right there. I'm not going to talk about this, but God knows that we have a health crisis in our country because people are looking out and different kind of things.
Yes.
But Doctors Hospital has provided some plans, and I see them getting very fancy nowadays. I told Dennis, you're all taking over. I see them having some plans there for the elderly. Then I see them have the plans for the babies.
Okay.
They have special plans going on. Wow. So they're going to be there. Okay. This is the place to be. Listen, don't miss it. Saturday, the 18th at the British Colonial Hotel.
9 a.m. to 4:30. Let me continue with Brother Marvin.
Yeah, so the importance of it is sharing the information, being available, and, again, educating the wider public. So you may have questions around, okay, if I'm looking at a mortgage or a piece of property, this is going to be the largest investment I may make in a lifetime.
That's right.
So the questions generally come up, where do I start? What do I need to do? How much can I afford? How can I manage a mortgage? What is the overall cost? What all do I need to bring? Do I need a lawyer? What is the down payment?
Yes.
What are the fees?
You guide them.
You guide them.
Good
so
stuff.
we have a group of sales specialists that will give you one-on-one attention. And that will mean you disclose to them, obviously, your income, your expenses, your employment, and we'll be able to tailor a product that suits you.
Okay, that's great.
So before you go into the real estate market to look up for a piece of property,
you need to know what you could afford.
Know the field, the ballpark you got to play in.
Right.
And that makes the whole process easy. And
knowing what you qualify for.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have quite a bit of flexibility. In fact, our mortgage product can be amortized over 35 years.
Okay.
Wow.
So that will give people flexibility in terms of the ease of payments.
Now, I just got another text in, Mr. Major, and it's saying, good morning. When is the expo? Repeat the time again for me.
Saturday, April the 18th. That's not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. You're seeing on some platforms you may see an early start, but the expo starts at 9 and we go until 4:30. The reason why you may see earlier timeline because you could come early at 7 o'clock to get breakfast. Okay.
Okay.
The British Colonial Hotel serves breakfast. Of course, it costs. What we try to do is keep the cost at a minimum.
Right.
So in terms of coming to the conference, it's $50. That's with the speakers. In terms of coming to expo, it's free. It's free.
The expo is totally free.
You need to. If I would listen. This is an international conference.
Right.
If you were going to America, you have to pay your ticket, you pay your hotel and stuff. I would just hang out at the British Colonial Hotel or nearby, get an Airbnb, come have your breakfast, bring the whole family, come to this expo at 9 o'clock, which is free. You can come and even buy stuff right on hand.
Yes.
I even heard Dynamite Daisy's going to be there.
Okay.
Listen, it's going to be very great, and also a business person, also the dramatic school. But listen, all of that's tied in with real estate. When you come to the expo, you'll see how it all relates. Okay. We have persons there. I want to talk about some of these businesses. Even Scotiabank is going to be there pre-qualifying. They weren't as flexible as First Caribbean.
I had another text for him. Can I just do it now before the text is asking, once you mentioned mortgage and stuff, they're asking, is there an age requirement? If they reach a certain age, can they still qualify?
Well,
60, 65.
Generally, the retirement age is 65.
65, yes.
So it means then that the older you are, your injection will have to be a lot higher.
Okay. It can happen.
It can happen.
Yeah, but you need to bring some more money.
You have to have something else to add to it.
Yes, sir.
But generally, once you're looking at this kind of forum helps us to educate people because if you've spent so many years toiling in the industry, and you're looking at a home ownership in your late 60s, you're going to be challenged.
Yes.
And so before you enter into any kind of consumer debt or an expense, this kind of forum will allow you to have the discussion with the banks so you can set your priorities. And too often, as Bahamians, we don't get this information early enough to place you on a path of success and home ownership in your very own country.
Good stuff. Thank you, brother.
The key word is accessibility and affordability.
Okay.
And he mentioned to you options. So Scotiabank is another option, and CIBC doesn't have to be afraid of them because CIBC is CIBC.
Yes,
Scotia is Scotia.
Yes.
I would say for Scotia that I've had some success with even the older persons.
Really?
They say they have an anti-discrimination policy.
Oh,
It all depends on the policy,
Yes.
The policy of the bank. Let me tell you something, Brother Spence. This year, or last year, sorry, we closed on a deal. One bank, which claimed to be for Bahamians for places to go, told a Bahamian No, that place is too near Camp Road. But thank God, Scotiabank was able to come in and help that person. I'm talking about a qualified Bahamian.
Wow.
What are you saying to our people? What are you saying to people in Camp Road? Are you saying to stay poor and not become owners?
Right.
What are you saying?
Wow.
When foreigners are coming with cash, okay? We talk. Come on now, let's talk real.
Yes.
We talk about Bahamian ownership and then Bahamians, and then what kind of policies do you have in place to help Bahamians? So Scotiabank is going to be there to help the people. They've already helped.
Yes.
I'm telling you, we had to fight. I'm in the good fight of faith for that Bahamian in order for just to do. That's the kind of fight we're talking about.
Good stuff.
And they were able to do it. CIBC has their own success stories. I wouldn't cast that on them.
Yes.
Because the mere fact that they are allowing Bahamians to even to come into 5% now, it's becoming. There's the trendsetters now. Even Scotiabank
it's going to do 5.
It's doing that because the central bank became policy. So I commend CIBC and all of their policies and moving forward. So this is the kind of people we're working with who can make it happen. Trying to make it happen. Talking about accessibility. Same thing that doctors doing. They want to make it accessible. Let's be real.
Good stuff.
You how you get sick and all this kind of things.
Yeah.
It's problems. I told somebody I don't want my dog to go to a certain institution.
Right.
I should not, as a Bahamian, have to say that.
No, you shouldn't.
But thank God the doctors is there to help us. And they're going to be there. Guess what? Even the massage therapist is going to be there. You know you get stressed sometimes.
Right.
But Marvin is taking off his vacation just to be with us. So I got to try that the massage therapist. Give him a little something. We can't have him there cutting off his vacation. Listen here, these people are sacrificing. When Bahamians like to complain, ain't nobody looking over there. You're all too busy around the campaign and this and that.
Yes.
We here bring you the real situation.
Yes, sir.
Listen here, in order for this country to change, Bahamians have to make it happen.
Well, you're on fire here today.
I appreciate
Seymour.
I appreciate the government and all they do.
Yes.
But guess what? I ain't relying on you all to develop Ragged Island. I'm going to go there myself with the other Ragged Islanders, and we're going to make it happen. And whether they come and join us or not, it's going to happen. You hear me? With God's help. That's the kind of determination we're going to have.
Wow.
And I can tell you an example. What we did. There was one lady, and she was a big political person and a very good educator in this country. I would call her name. We just had a special service for her. She's dead now, but her children came along. We were H.E. Christie represented them. Thanks to Scotiabank, they did some things to help them as well. They had a piece of property, and they wanted to cut it up. They cut it up in 4 pieces.
Right.
Okay, in order to make more accessible for Bahamians, because you can't afford the 500 or whatever thousand. So we split it up. Now we have even developers who have access into that. I'm talking about 120. We're talking about making things accessible.
Wow.
This person, at the end of the day, we just had a big service where we honored the mother of this lady. Yeah. Okay, I'm talking about Ian Strawn's mother.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about Sherry Strawn's mother.
Yes.
I'm talking about Lord, her name escapes me right now. Forgive me. Senorita Strawn. Senorita Strawn. She is a legend in this country.
Yes.
Okay? She didn't get it before she died, but guess what? Her name is up in Love Estates. Senorita Strawn. Thanks to H.G. Christie, our lead sponsor, who made it happen, and thanks to the other partners like the Scotiabank, like the CIBC,
that's good news.
like the RBC.
Good news.
I'm talking about accessibility. You see why we invite all the banks?
Yes.
Because some people now, the person who bought lot C went to Scotiabank. The person who bought A and B, they went to RBC. You see why we can't discriminate?
Right.
So we have to have the different banks in there to help, because we have so many people, so everybody can't go. Somebody can get a piece of the pie.
Man.
We're talking about helping Bahamians and making it accessible. This is the spirit of BRX. Bringing the people together. And guess what? Ministry of Works was there. They made it happen.
Wow.
Ministry of Works. You know, as bad as we may talk about them, I thank God for people like people in place. They're going to be at the conference.
Welcome back to Immediate Response. This is Diana and Alfie's last child, all the way from the valley with you. The Bishop of Motivation. We have some great men in here with me. And they're with the Bahamas Real Estate Exchange Expo Pavilion presented by Doctors Hospital. And I had a conversation just now with, of course, Marvin Major. You were making a point before we went to the break, or after the break, so you want to continue that for us?
Yeah, definitely. I had spoken about the fact that we are the #1 mortgage lender in the Bahamas, and we have the most competitive product.
Yes.
And so just to dig into that a little bit more, when I started, you were not able to afford a triplex or a fourplex because it was always considered commercial.
Right.
Well, at CIBC, you can get a fourplex structured as residential, provided you live in one and you rent 3.
Wow, it's right.
So think about that.
Wow.
You come up with 5%.
Still the same 5%?
Same 5%. You rent 3 units. That pays for your mortgage. You live in one, and you're good.
That's phenomenal. That's the value.
And so that is the kind of product and the information, and this show, this symposium that we're having, it's important for Bahamians to come out.
Some people don't even know that, but
again, with inflation and everything that's going up, you're not going to be able to afford land or home ownership in this country.
Right.
Unless you take steps now. And this kind of intervention on a Saturday, less traffic, a one-stop shop where you can actually come in. And at CIBC, we have the specialists in place to tailor financial products for your needs.
Oh, that makes a
lot of sense. So whatever concerns you may have
will be addressed.
Definitely.
And free.
FREE.
These people coming out of their Saturday to give to you
valuable
and
information.
You're going to show up.
Yes.
And then you can make noise about, the foreigners taking. They ought to take it if you want to come take it.
Yes, you have to
come take your heritage.
Yes.
Your own Bahamians are here.
You had a story you wanted to share with the nation today, please.
I'm sorry to get...
That's all right. No, go ahead.
I don't know how, but I get emotional and really serious when I think about our people. I'm complaining all the time.
And you at the tabernacle, right?
We're still at the tabernacle, shouting the glory.
All right.
Listen, so shout out to our bishop there, Bishop Woodley Thompson, of course, the whole pastor, Bishop Branson Gibson, who is also a banker.
Yeah, he's a
and
Commonwealth
Bank is going to be there.
Awesome.
We have Brother Osborne Pratt, who is going to be one of the facilitators on the floor for the White Session. You see how we...
yes, I see that.
Co-bringing it.
Yes.
We have to work together. It's not about PLP, FNM, or CIBC, or whatever. We're Bahamians.
Yes.
And I pray that same spirit that Mr. Marvin Major talked about pass on to the other banks. Just that, you see, it takes a policy change,
Right.
And it takes a government who is interested in Bahamian to say, let's make this policy. Now, be careful now with your policies now. Be careful with your changes.
Yes.
Because you have to be sensible with it. That's why you need the right people in place. Okay? You don't want to create a policy that's going to cause the Bahamas now to be crippled.
Right. No, you don't need that.
To cause us to downgrade. Oh, just give everybody free. What foolishness is that? You can't do that because some people are not responsible.
That's right.
Okay, so this is why we have this forum to train them. Now, talking about this thing, I thank God for CIBC. I'm a Scotiabanker, and I do. I can't run away from that. That's my history.
Right.
I've been in Scotiabank for at least 8 years. But while I was at Scotiabank, I was approached by this young lady who is now a real estate agent. Shout out to Ayanta Lockhart.
Okay.
Now, Lockhart, that's a ragged ass
name. That's ragged for sure.
You can't get away from your family. But she worked right with this young man, Mr. Major there. And at that time, they were offering a better rate than what I was getting as an employee of Scotiabank.
Really?
So, of course, I took that. Okay? So they were able to beat that rate. And so I'm saying to people that you're not married to any particular bank. You have to shop around, see what's working for you, what's best for you. Some people have policies. Some will tell you, oh, no, you can't do because this area. And I pray the government would change that. I intentionally did that, said that, so they would change some of those policies. Because you can't be blocking Bahamians out of their own country. That's criminal. Because you're costing the person in these areas that we now are calling marginalized.
Right.
We're blocking them out, and you're stopping them from advancing, and that's why I'm passionate about it.
Very passionate.
You're blocking the Bahamians. You're blocking little Johnny who wants to get a home, but you're blocking him because you're saying this is not the area. Instead of sitting down with the government and saying, okay, this is what I need you to do. I need you to put a park in there. I need you to fix the roads and make sure that we're not flooding. I need you to deal with this. And now let's come together and work it. But if Scotiabank can do it, if CIBC can do it, surely it can happen. Don't tell me it can't happen.
Good stuff.
So they're the ones who give me the loan. And we were able to build, and I'm grateful that when COVID came, that just before I went into real estate officially, when COVID came, I was able to manage my debts because I had rental income now. Even if you lost income, I can now manage that and live free.
Yes.
Okay, and manage.
So that's a great deal.
Yeah. Great deal. Yeah. Great deal. We're grateful for them. So the banks are there to help us. The banks are not there to hinder you. A lot of people are adversarial about the banks.
Yeah, they're there to help.
The banks hindering the process and all that kind of stuff. Some of the problem times is some of these owners and these buyers are lying. We as real estate agents, we get frustrated, okay, because we say, oh, the bank's taking long. The banks can't disclose to us all the business. They're very confidential.
Yes.
They ain't going to tell us that Johnny really had a loan that failed and the credit department have a problem with him.
Yes.
So the people come lying to us and saying, I'm just waiting on the bank, waiting on the bank. You lie.
Right.
Because Marvin them is doing their best to try and get it through, okay? So if we have to be honest now and advancing the cause, this is what we have to do. We have to be honest with ourselves. Come to this conference. You're going to meet the realtors. I have to talk about this conference, this panel. We have John Bredanis, who is a developer himself. H.E. Christie.
Yeah, he's been around
there. His dad built this new structure called West End out there.
Okay.
Yes, and there's so many of those.
Yes.
There's some of those. They are. The good thing about them is that they allow short-term and long-term. Some communities now do not allow short-term rentals, but they were able to manage that. On one side, they have the short-term.
Yes.
On the other side, they have long-term.
This is
residents.
very good, man.
So they're developers. You have Shimon Campbell and Aaron Davis. They're part of H.E. Christie, but they're labeled as BE Luxury. They have their own brand, so to speak. And then we have also Miss Madeline Archer. I call her Miss the queen of the reef, the reef there. So we're talking about in properties that you as a Bahamian and also you as an international person wanted to invest in Bahamas. You have these developments that you can invest in. They're going to tell us more about development and all these kind of things.
Yes.
Then we also have Mr. John Christie. Oh, my God.
That's a legend.
My managing broker.
Yes.
I'm so grateful for him. H.E. Christie, as you know, is the oldest real estate company in the Bahamas. We're going to have a panel there.
He come from a long line.
Long lineage.
Yes.
We're going to be talking about some of that history along with his son, Dylan. Dylan is doing great exploits in the real estate industry.
It's amazing.
They're going to be teaming them up together to talk about the legacy of H.E. Christie, not just H.E. Christie as a company. So
right.
Let's not be small-minded now. A lot of people say, oh, you're promoting H.E. Christie. Yes, because that's history.
Yes.
Did you know that H.E. Christie was the first one? He went away and brought back some persons here.
Yes.
Okay, he bought a piece of land. I'm not going to talk about what's happening in the country, but he bought a piece of land, which his father, who was an evangelist, told him not to do.
But he went ahead
and did it. And he said, I'm going to fly up and I'm going to look at this. And they said, oh, that's swamp land, that's swamp land, that's swamp land. He bought the swamp land and he sold it to E.P. Taylor. Do you know what that swamp land is now? Lightfoot Key.
Yeah, I know. I worked there at the club.
Okay. The question is, what do you see? And we are just like H.E. Christie right now. Some of y'all who saying y'all ain't going to Acklands because of the flies and y'all ain't going because of mosquitoes, keep it up. Keep it up. If you play the fool, somebody's gonna come here.
Yes.
And next thing you see, Ackland's gonna be the next Lightfoot Key. Or tell me foolish. Tell me I'm foolish.
Yes.
Tell me I'm foolish.
Or Roxanne.
Listen here.
So
the people camping out on Ragged Island right now, the yacht people right there. Okay, that same line, but they want to take from the people and tell them they're gonna just get off the country, but being fool. Okay, listen. Your piece of land, piece of land is valuable. I'm talking about the next shift in the Bahamian economy, the islands. Okay, let me not disclose what all we can talk about in this conference.
All right, let's go back to the...
Just to share some more information from the banking side, and Daren alluded to it already, the importance of full disclosure. Being upfront.
Yeah, letting you know what is what.
Right. So when we have that discussion, you're going to sign a disclosure form to say that the information that I'm going to give to you is true and correct.
Yes.
And we now have a credit bureau system in the Bahamas where we have to name clear.
Right.
And so that information, all of the banks filter information into it. We then make an assessment. So your track record in terms of your repayment history, it follows you for the rest of your life. And so it is important to sit down, be assessed. Before you even get plans drawn, know how much you qualify for.
Yes. That's so important, because I see people looking for property and stuff like that and don't know how much they qualify for.
Yeah, so it helps to make the process a lot more efficient.
Right.
So when you go to the realtor, you know exactly how much I qualify for, and I know the area.
Yes.
So Daren spoke about some of the various neighborhoods that we have across the country, but as a person interested in home ownership, you have to think about, where do I work?
Yes.
Where do I want to live? Are schools in the area? Is there infrastructure in the area?
That's important.
How is the traffic? How is the crime? What about the future? How is it going to look 10 years from here? Do I want to raise my kids in this area?
Right.
And so you're able to look at having one-on-one discussions with a financial expert, giving you prudent financial counseling.
Yes, good
and
stuff.
it is free.
Free.
And so you want to be able to
not
sit
even
down.
$3.99.
It's free. You know, you want to be able to sit down and say, listen, this is my proposal. And we assess you based on your individual case. We can't compare to any other bank.
Right.
We can't compare you to someone else.
Yes.
We're going to tailor a financial product to suit your needs, and we're going to guide you along the way. So if you're not able to qualify for home ownership or land, we can put you on a savings plan to say, open an account,
yes,
have your salary come in, so you have some skin in the game.
Right.
You come to the table, be able to say, I have my 5%, I have my legal fees, I have
all that already.
I have some level of insurance, and I'm able to pledge. I am ready to make this step.
Michael is right. He's right on it. He's right on it, right up in it.
Yes.
Well, what is Gibbs Corner going to look like 10 years from now? I have a property there for sale. It has 12 buildings on it, and just for it's under $500,000, you can buy that property. What is going to look like? We're talking about gentrification.
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
You're talking about creating what used to be the New York. Look at New York now.
Yes.
Okay. You're talking about getting in the ghetto. We have some properties right now on Angliston, in Angliston. Okay, you can buy that now for as low as $350,000.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
And you put your business there.
Yes.
Come on now. You put your business practice there and make plenty of money.
Yes, sir.
You're talking about ownership, and you're talking about you waiting on the government to do that for you.
Yeah, plenty of people are waiting on.
Look here, this is where it's happening
right now.
You're waiting on a little handout.
So they need to be at this conference.
They need to be at this conference.
Yes.
This better than your political campaign.
They need to be there.
But just to add to that, I think that the government is also promoting home ownership as well.
You mean the low cost? I don't want to use that word. It's not low cost anymore.
Home ownership.
Home ownership. Thank you.
Home ownership. And so be able to assist with that. The real estate agents are also there to show you. But it's also concessions on real property taxes that the government has recently talked about.
Okay.
If you have a triplex, you live in one, then the other two, then you're going to be exempt. And so it's important to talk to the attorneys as well, so they can guide you. Get an estimate on, if I'm going to get a mortgage, how much are my legal fees?
Right.
So the attorneys are going to be there.
Which percentage and so forth.
Yeah, we will also be able to guide you on that, to have a general understanding of the biggest investment in my lifetime. Overall, how much is this going to cost me? Because I'm going to be into this 25, 35 years. And so you want to be able to partner with the real estate agent, the attorney, and the bank. So we have a whole life cycle of where we go from step to step in your financial picture.
Makes sense. Make a lot of sense.
Your children can then come into that same kind of environment and understand that, you know what, home ownership, land ownership is more important than a brand new car.
Right.
So if you're coming to speak to us and you're looking at land ownership or a home, your priorities have to be set. Because until you finish that construction or you would have purchased outright, you want reliable transportation, yes. But you have to have priorities in place to make sure that you're going in the right direction so that you don't end up in financial challenges.
What Mr. Major is talking about is legacy and transferring generational wealth and our future. Now listen, I know there's this big debate about foreign and this and that. I'm of the persuasion we need both. So at this conference, we're not just going to talk about the low income and all that stuff. We're going ultra luxury. Okay. Everybody knows HQC is also a luxury brand.
Yes,
okay?
of course.
We cater from the $15,000 in the islands straight up. Okay. I've sold private islands. Okay.
Okay.
And you're talking about I want to dispel this myth. Oh, they selling up our land. First of all, who owns the land? Okay?
Right.
And a foreigner who is my friend owns the land, and you Bahamian, you could come and buy it.
Yes.
How about that?
Wow.
Okay? So we have many islands for sale, and we have private islands, okay? And you're talking about secure your piece.
Yes.
Okay, that's why the surveyor is going to be there to help you. I want to talk about this new development that's coming on Paradise Island. It's called the Four Seasons. Four Seasons here. They're going to be at this conference. We have Mr. Corey McBride and also Tyrese Campbell.
Yes.
Okay. Tyrese will be making a presentation. He's a young Bahamian, and he's partnering with Mr. McBride.
Corey McBride,
right there. Four Seasons. They're going to be on the panel.
Okay.
We're going to have a tour. Okay. Now it's very limited. Only have 20 seats.
So you have to really
be there early.
Be there early to get.
Not just be early. You have to book online. Go to Eventbrite, and you book. You know, we have a nice Mercedes there parked for those who are going to be going. We're going to be taking them. To be exclusive. We're a brand. We're a brand. We a luxury brand.
Yes.
And luxury is more than a price tag with H.C. Christie. It's a service. So we're providing service, the luxury service to mother. Okay, who wants to sell a piece of property or who wants to buy just something to downsize for her.
Right.
We have that luxury for that developer who is in Italy or Europe. Yes, we're encouraging them to come, Bahamians. Yes, I am. Okay, because we need each other to make this world. It's a global world.
Yes.
Guess what? I don't want, when I go to New York, you know, Mr. President and all them stopping me.
Right. Do
you know that at the last conference, because of the marketability of this and H.C. Christie involvement, we have now attracted another realtor who is not a realtor here in the Bahamas, but a realtor in the States. And guess what? He has Bahamian roots.
Wow.
Kerry.
Okay, of course.
Okay.
Topham Bay.
Yes. He's coming, and he's going to be, because of our involvement, he got on to us for the last conference. He's going to be one of the main presenters.
Good stuff.
Okay. He's going to meet and talk about how Bahamians can now invest, even in Miami. Buy a little condo. Why you can't do it? You can do it.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay, you can invest your money in other places, okay? And there are going to be some surprises. Okay, some things that are going to be happening at this conference. We can't reveal now.
Yes.
It's unwritten. Ooh. You got to be there. And that's for the paid access now.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
You're only paying $50.
Yeah.
It's going to go up next year, but it's only $50. And of course, I want to promote this expo. We have our partners. Listen, last time at the conference, this young man told me that he came to the conference, he got a contract. That's why we call it an exchange. He got on the spot. He's an air conditioning specialist.
He got a contract on the spot.
On the spot with Goldwind. I'm talking about Aromatic.
Yes.
Okay? Goldwind.
Yeah, Goldwind.
Now, you know,
Goldwind
if you get a contract with Goldwind.
Is beautiful.
Okay? That's good.
Yes.
So that same thing is going to be happening here on the spot. We have done right inspectors. The home inspector is going to be there. The Bahamas Contractor Association, you can pick, choose, and refuse which of the contractor you want. You have Cunningham Shores Limited. These are developers.
Yes.
Okay? Then you have Druba Solutions, was with us last time, and they're in support this year. Even the Department of Inland Revenue, I don't see their registration yet, but they said they're going to be on board. I don't know why Bahamians take so long to take advantage of them, and the foreigners come and take it. No, it's open now. Register.
Do it now. Stop procrastinating.
I want to give a shout out to Elsie, who will be videographing this for us.
Okay.
And of course, Doctor's Hospital Scotia by Monroe's
that sounds like
electrical plumber, of course, Ragged Island. Electrical and plumbing. If I don't help my own, who I can help?
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Even the Bible tells you start at home.
Yes.
So electrical, he does all of my electrical work, all of my plumbing work. Mr. E.J. Monroe, very reliable, no running around. If you call him, he know when to come. Okay, if he say he coming, he coming. No this and that. Okay. We have many partners. We have Generac Generators. Who's going to be there?
Yeah,
now time. You talking about you waiting on BPL? You better get your generator now, and don't wait until summer. They're going to be there. You could get it right then.
I see the Department of Inland Revenue is going to be there too.
Well, they were with us. They were on a speaker. They were speaker last time.
Yes.
Okay, and we're grateful for them. We're still waiting on their registration if they decide to come.
Yes.
But you can come there and get information from any realtor who's going to be there.
That's important. That's an important part of the process. Based on the value of your home,
yes,
you need to know how much the real property taxes are going to be, because you're going to have to pay that annually.
Right. So you need to know.
Like your insurance, the real property tax. And so we're able to, again, tailor products to suit you and guide you so you don't go into it blindly. And so being a co-sponsor of this event is something that CIBC is so happy to do, to make sure that we share, that we educate, that we support, and we guide Bahamians on land ownership in our own country.
Good stuff.
You could come there and buy your condo right now. I have one right there.
Really? We have a minute left.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Seymour, tell us about the condo you have available.
Teleport Point, good price. Come get it while it lasts. While the
and Voice Caribbean, CIBC will do the financing for you.
They will do the financing, and they're ready to do it. And yes, what we do encourage cash buyers too. You know, and they deal with cash buyers too. You come bring your cash, and they can tell you how to do that, right, Mr. Marvin?
Yes. Yeah, we'll guide you. I mean, we are prudent financial.
Do not miss it. Do not miss it. Come get your breakfast early. There, it's paid at the hotel. But from 9 o'clock, we'll have the expo open. That's going until 4:30, free of charge. And then, of course, conference is just $50 registration. We have now closed registration for those persons who want to be businesses partners. It's closed. I'm sorry. It's already closed.
Thank you.
But come there.
Yes.
Come and be blessed, edified, and taken to the next level. Learn about your country, what's going on. Bahamas Real Exchange. Let's exchange. It's time for a new Bahamas, and we're going to be the one who's going to catapult you into the next level.
Thank you, Daren. Good to see you again, my brother. And, of course, Marvin, good to see you.
Nice to be
here
again.
Both of you. We end this program.